it's a saturated market, right?
Mhm.
So you've got a lot of companies out there that are in this business, and some not for the right reasons.
Welcome to our podcast, One Home Service Podcast. And today I'm so honored to have Mike Osuna with Service Master Restore by OJS.
You got it.
I love it, man.
Awesome.
Mike, so great to have you, man. And you and I just got to talking a little bit ago, and you know your stuff, man, when it comes to this. And this is a complex, people don't know about mold.
Right.
So tell us first about Service Master, about, the company, about you guys, how you got started. Give me kind of your background.
Yeah, awesome. So first of all, Todd, thanks for having me. I appreciate and I'm honored to be part of your podcast today. So Service Master brand has been around for over 65 years. It's a franchise. We own Service Master Restoration by OJS, and we've been in business for 5 years. So, prior to getting in this industry, I spent 27 years in retail. So I've got an extensive business customer service background. And when that transition happened, I loved helping people. And that drove me really to make a decision when I opened my own business. What do I do next? I wanted a service industry where I could help folks make an impact within the local community, and really thought about two industries: home health, which was helping seniors, or helping folks when a disaster strike, typically on their worst day. And went the restoration route, and fast forward 5 years later, here we are. So,
and it's 5 years it's been.
Absolutely.
Now, and have you lived in Parkland area or Coral Springs area the whole time, or is it?
It's been 11 years
Yeah.
in Parkland. Yes.
Great.
Yes. So bought pre-construction. Yes.
Yeah.
Long
Nice.
time ago. Yes.
Yeah. I'm the same as you. 8 years ago, I moved to Parkland, similar.
Right.
And it's crazy what's happened to real estate in this area. Like, it's just, who would have ever thought, see homes that have doubled, tripled, some of them in value. We got in at a good time. I was lucky enough to come here and see your business, your office, and great crew you have. I met a few of the people, and tell me why that's important, because you walked me through a little bit of the process of how you clean and how you do it, but not a lot of these companies, there's a lot of fly-by-nights that are out there.
Sure.
You have a real business.
Yes.
And is that something that when you started the company, you said, we're going to do this the right way? Give me your thoughts on that.
Yeah, absolutely. So having led teams and been in an environment where it's corporate America. I'm used to processes and structure, and coming into my own business, wanted to start off by creating an environment where it's team first, customer first, and making sure that we do things the right way that's going to translate, hopefully, to long-term success. And taking good care of people is ultimately, both on the team member side and on the homeowner side, is important to us.
Because obviously in South Florida, what impressed me most about you and your company, your operation, is you guys are legit. Like, you do the right thing. I could tell. I knew that right when I met you, and I'm like, this is who we want with One Home, with the app. Like, these kind of people that are good. Like I always tell people, homeowners, it's not everybody's going to do it perfect. We're going to make mistakes. Everybody is.
Yeah.
But the companies that are on this app are going to have owners that own up to it. And they fix it. And not everybody's going to do it right. But that's something that I knew when I met you, and I was glad to have you as part of the thing. But let's talk about some of the challenges that you have. Because what do you see in South Florida as a challenge?
Yeah. So it's a saturated market, right? So you've got a lot of companies out there that are in this business, and some not for the right reasons. And like I shared earlier, having the end result in mind, which is helping folks, that's ultimately where we strive, and we strive to do good work. So you start from that end result backwards, and what do we need to do to get there? You got to be trained. And then you got to have a high quality standard, and you want to deliver on that. And when you miss and come up short, you do what it takes to get back to that standard. So, course correct, continuous learning, certifications, training, finding good people, and investing in them.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So is that why ServiceMaster is a franchise, right? They're all, you got your and which is good because you have that support.
Sure.
And you mentioned training. Is that something that you have to oversee, or is that something that the corporate office does?
Yeah, great question. So the corporate office does supply a library of training opportunities, both online and in person. So you've got the ability to fly to locations where there's national training or regionalized training. So that's a great resource. But also as a business owner, you've got to invest locally on your team. So several of the team members have gone locally and done some additional certifications to ensure they're proficient. And then there's also the CE part of it. So you've got to do continuous education to maintain those licenses and certifications. So we pride ourselves in making sure that we keep current and that we're, on the front line of changing technology. Our industry is shifting quickly. With the addition of technology, AI, 3D cameras, there's a lot of different things that's happening that helps us, speed through the claim process and be more efficient and really spend our time where it's needed, which is making sure the homeowner is happy.
Let's talk about the claim process. So if somebody has water damage and they don't know what to do, like what do they call their insurance company first? Do they call do they Google on which is a dangerous thing, or do they go to One Home and find out? But what's the process? What should they be doing? What's the first step for a homeowner?
Yeah. Well, first step is address the source of the leak. So before you reach out to a restoration company, if, for example, if it's a plumbing leak, the first stop is to get that plumber to stop the issue. If it's a roof leak, get the roofer to stop, the continued water intrusion. And from there, depending on the extent of the damage, we've got an ever-changing insurance climate. So you've got higher deductibles. So folks are now looking to say, okay, how much is this damage worth, as far as the remediation and the repair process? Then from there, it's up to the homeowner to make a decision. Do they file an insurance claim or do they self-pay? And if they self-pay, then, to your point, finding a quality company to come out and do the work is really critical. And you do so by doing your research. Are they licensed? Are they insured? And then do they have really solid reviews from credible customers that you can lean on to say, hey, this is the vendor I want to come in to get the work done in my home.
Awesome. What about in the community? Talk about outside of work. What do you guys do? Do you do anything? Are you involved in any charity work? Do you do any, is there anything, any passions that you have outside of the working?
Yeah. So outside of work, within the community, I support our local church. So Mary Help of Christians. That's where we go to church.
What church?
Mary Help of Christians.
Oh,
Catholic,
no way.
yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
Right there in the university.
Yeah.
So we
is that where your kids went to school or go to school?
Well, my kids go, to different schools. 2 are graduated, but my last one goes to St. Thomas Aquinas.
Oh,
so
nice.
She's a swimmer. So she's my
great school.
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
School. So
my
strong academics, strong sports program.
St. Thomas is amazing. Yeah. My niece plays volleyball, and they had a big match there, and St. Thomas did some damage on them. They Cardinal Gibbons, that's the rival.
It is.
Those football games, it's like going to a college game.
Program.
It's real, and the talent that's there. Yeah. It's these guys are going to be in the NFL. Michael Irvin, example, he's at the games. I see.
Yeah, listen, back then, Nick Saban would come on down and land with the chopper on the Aquinas, field during signing day. That's how much of a powerhouse they are in the football.
Did all your kids go there?
No.
Yeah.
So my son went to St. Andrews in Boca.
All
right. So he played basketball, all the way up to his junior year, and then switched over to football. So 6'4" wide receiver.
No way.
Yeah, and then ended up at Hobart and William Smith College.
Get out of here! You played college football?
Receiver. Yeah, it's Division III.
Doesn't matter.
Still,
yeah, that's awesome. 6'4".
6'4". Yeah, I'm a little guy.
Yeah. That's amazing. And then what about your other?
Yeah, my other daughter. Yep.
Daughter.
So she went to USF in Tampa. So a psychology major. So she's kind of figuring out the next steps.
Is she still in Tampa?
No, she's back. She's back home. Yeah. So
I spent some time in Tampa. Tampa's a really good town.
It is.